So, in 2020, Dream did a Minecraft speedrun, which he got about 19 minutes in, which was really good, one of his best runs, and he said he could have done better. But when it came to submitting the actual speedrun, it was denied by the Minecraft Speedrun mod community. And there's an entire drama that goes on, which is explained in this pastebin Dream made on May 30th, 2021. He just talks about what he felt, how he did things, about all the videos he made, about like responding to the mods video, about being accused of cheating, etc., etc. Now we're at the point where Dream admits he cheated. Let's just get this out of the way first. He did not cheat on purpose. It was an accident he had made. Do not start hating on Dream, please. Okay? Do not. It was an accident. He explains it here as well, and I believe his explanation because we're humans. We make mistakes. We make accidents. It's normal. Okay? So let's go along and read what this talks about. Point 29 over here, he talks about what he felt like and what he was thinking. He says, at this point I was lost and fairly confused about the whole thing, about the entire drama from 2020 to 2021 today, 30th May, wondering what the other options were and exploring the possibilities. As much as I was confident that I didn't cheat, I never explored the option that I did cheat. Again, Dreams is basically saying he was biased from the beginning. He believed he didn't cheat. But that's human. That's completely normal to say. I didn't cheat. You don't want to not believe in yourself, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't want to think, oh, I did cheat, I'm never going to do this again, because it puts a mental toll on your brain, and you don't want to put that mental toll. You want to believe everything you do is in the best of your ability. And he continues and goes on to say, due to the way I reacted, the mods perceived everything going on, and I was convinced that they were out to get me. This is very true, in my opinion. The fact that they made a video accusing Dream of cheating is such an immature and stupid way of handling this entire situation. This is a thing that should have been done privately. This all should have never happened. The mods privately should have told, hey Dream, the numbers aren't adding up, I think it's a fake, and then go on to do it privately. The fact the mods were like, yeah, no, he cheated, let's make a video on it and saying he cheated so everyone hates him and we get clout. Because this just proves the point the Dream made early on in the pastebin, saying that the mods were clout chasing. That's why they attacked Dream. It just proves this point. He later on goes on and say, I tunnel vision and was paranoid and didn't think straight. Yes, this is normal, this is human. I had plenty of valid reasons to believe that they weren't impartial. And had the mod team and I been completely friendly from the beginning, I believe it would have never gotten to this point that it did. True. If the mod team and Dream were friends and like friendly and working together from the very beginning, this drama, this situation wouldn't have escalated to this point. After considering this, I ended up finding that I had actually been using a disallowed modification during 6 of my live streams on Twitch. This is where things get crazy. This is when Dream admits he had cheated. He was using a disallowed modification, and then later on he goes on to say it's a mod. I'll go into this later on. So, and he also later on then says he didn't know, which seems to be reasonable. It seems to be true and accurate. At the time, I was just starting to record videos on 1.16, and we had just hired a developer to help with coding mods for videos, because me and George had no experience with mods, only plugins. This is important to know. They had no experience with mods, but they only had experience with Minecraft plugins. Plugins and mods are very, very, very different, okay? They are not the same. This is when people start to get a bit confused what the difference between plugins and mods are. Mods are modifications to the game, the overall game. So in your single player world, in your server, every single thing. Plugins are different. Plugins can be used either client side or server side. One of the mods that we were working on was overall recording mod. This is a mod name. This is what they've called it, the recording mod, that I have used in videos with updates and improvements since around speedrun controversy. You may notice it in my videos due to F3 being small or particles being reduced. or recently on my streams, things like the background being custom or the dream servers, options, and plenty of other features and improvements. In our challenge videos before 1.16, we always increase the Enderman spawn rates and pearl drops. This needs to be cleared up. In our challenge videos, this is done for his videos, his manhunts, his etc. None of it is done on vanilla Minecraft. Mentioned that openly before. So he's improved it and he's told the public about it, so people do know that he has this to help with the spawn rates and pearl drops for his videos. It makes the videos better because we don't spend hours looking for pearls or spend too much time farming blaze rods. The total RNG thing, mostly pearls. The point is, this mod Dream made talks about the pearls. This is where it gets important. The pearls in his game are the rates the pearls are dropped is much higher because, like he said, he doesn't want to spend hours looking for pearls or so much time farming blaze rods. Nobody wants to do that. Even in a manhunt, that you don't have time to do that. That's when people can kill you, and that's when things get very, very stressful. Okay? So this is justified. The fact he has this mod is justified. When 1.16 came out, it was more complicated to increase piglin trades. So this basically means he hadn't done it for piglin trades yet. The pearl drops for piglin trades hadn't been done yet. Then it was to do with Enderman pearl drops. A server-side plugin was made. Server-side plugin. Let's just make this clear. A server-side plugin is you only install a plugin for the server, not for the single-player world. You can put the same plugins, but the point is, if you install a plugin on a server, you do not need to have the plugin in your Minecraft folders. You just need to just go on the server and the plugin will automatically just let you play with the plugin. Mods, however, is different because mods you need to have on both your client and your server. He's just basically now talking about how this plugin and mod is used only for his server. Around this time is when the first version of the recording mod was being made, although it was more of a chat mod at this point. The first version of the recording mod being made to help with the server. I'm guessing. I am not too sure what this sentence exactly means. I had considered the time that this potentially could have been the problem, but brushed it off because server side and client side are completely different. This is true. Client side and server side are different. Let's go to Minecraft here. Hypixel has tons, I mean a ton of plugins, okay? So like, diamonds being spawned. That's a plugin that they've implemented and created just for the server. It's a normal thing. Or right-clicking an NPC and being teleported. That's a plugin. That's something you do not need to install on your end. But you can if you want to on your survival stuff. But mods, like let's say for example, if you have a Pokemon server, a Pixel Mods Minecraft server, you need to have the mod installed on your vanilla Minecraft to be able to then go and play on the server. He thought it was just a server-side thing and not a client-side, because they're completely different. And as far as I was aware, nothing had been done to the client side. This can be true. This seems to be true. As far as I knew, it was basically a chat mod so far. And I was 99% sure I didn't even have the recording mod on. This is when things get a bit complicated. Because normal Minecraft, you can get mods, the versions confused. Because right now, by default, I have a mod installed, which is Optifine. This is my mod. But this is where things can get crazy, because you can easily get any of these mixed up. Because this is what I normally do when I want to play. I just open up Minecraft, and I just wait for this to load, and I just click play. That's what I do. I just go and click play. But for Dream, he could have done the same thing, but not realize he was on this mod. Let's say, for example, this was his recording mod. Say it happens to me as well. When I want to play 1.16, I just come on and click play. I forget to change this until I'm actually playing the game. And that's when I go, and it's just annoying to log out and change and all that stuff. So you probably just forgot to change it. No, I would say this should be 50%, not 99% in my opinion. It should have been 50% because you can easily get them mixed up. Which was backed up on the Fabric API logs saying that only the Fabric API loaded. Although I found out later, it only lists things that explicitly ask to be listed, which I had no idea. Yeah, I don't know anything about Fabric API. I know it's a mod, so I mean, again, Dream said he has no experience with mods, so this can easily be understood. Like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's fine. This was mentioned in my response video. If it was, I probably missed it because I don't remember. I know the also recently his response video he took it down. He didn't want because of the guilt he felt, which he explains later on. All these 3 points right here just proves he used it, but it was an accident and he didn't notice. Yeah, he cheated in a way, but he didn't know he cheated. So I say it's completely justified that he didn't know. The fact he did cheat, on the other hand, just annoying that he did cheat, but it's just the way it's handled is just poorly, in my opinion. I ended up thinking that basically the only explanation after the professor came back with what he did. I talked with the developer and ended up finding that when working on the mod stuff, he had added the same improvements for our challenge servers to the client-side mod. Basically, this says all this Fabric API and plugin stuff that they put on the server was added to the mod as well, but he didn't know. So that they would work in a single player for videos like shock collar video or other single player mod videos. And he put the plugin into the client side just so it works in all these other videos like the shock collar video that George did, and etc. This was only in an early rendition of the mod and was removed because the developer realized that those types of videos can just be done on a PC hosted server. This actually included a couple of other things that weren't mentioned at all during the controversy, much as far as I am aware. Ender eyes had a low chance of breaking when thrown. The Enderman drop holes at a much higher percentage. I don't think I killed many Endermen, so this wasn't noticeable, similar to the eyes. I mean, it's for a video. Nobody wants to see you just like get to the end and be like, oh, damn it, I don't have enough eyes of Ender. Let me just go get some more. Nobody wants to see that. That's just straight up boring. Okay, this is just what it's saying. When I realized this, I felt an extreme sense of guilt, and I took down my response video. This is when he says I took it down because he knew he did something wrong, not believing in what I said in the video at all anymore. He admitted he cheated. He admits he felt guilty about it. He admits that it was all done for a different purpose. But you can easily, like I said, you can easily get confused between these things. He also didn't know that was also added to the client-side mod. He just thought it was just a chat mod, and just when the drama first started, I cared more about defending myself and being right than figuring out what was actually going on. And I shot myself in the foot by doing it. I mean, like, if someone calls you out on something and you're like, actually no, I did this by myself. I did this. I actually did this. And you're just like, I'm right. You want to prove you're right, but then it can really backfire, and that's what it did. It backfired on Dream really badly, and that's why it didn't really work out in the end for him. He admits it's guilty. I mean, you feel a bunch of guilt when you're just called out and they're actually right. Being called out in public is so much more embarrassing and causes just more anxiety in general than being called out in private. Like, he then later on goes to explain how he felt about it and what he's doing about it. It was horrible with what he did, and I also didn't have intentions of cheating. He didn't intend to cheat. He didn't intend to cheat. That's not what he wanted to do. This is not his plan. He felt horrible. The mods made a decision to remove my old runs due to the suspicion and the fact that my 1.16 runs was invalid, which is something that is done with most people who submit an invalid run at all. This is normal. This is fine. This is the proper way of handling it. The mods tell him something and then Dream tweets about it or makes a small comment about it. I'm sure there's a reasonable suspicion about most runs, especially offline ones. This paragraph is saying that all of Dream's past runs are being denied. There's all being taken down and removed because of the suspicion. And because now he's admitted he used this mod that he uses for his videos and plugins and servers and stuff. He talks about when I got into speedrunning and doing it for months, you can see the skill and improvement even just over a few months of tryharding. It was so much fun. He just enjoys it now. Now he enjoys my first world record. I chopped down trees for 10 minutes. His first world record. He chopped trees for 10 minutes. I'm still finding it hilarious how unoptimized this category is. Still true, it's really unoptimized. This category could have been so much more better. But anyway, he goes on and says, I came in at the right time and met some absolute incredible people who are some of the best Minecraft players on the planet. I am nowhere near the best speedrunner, and I never have been. I was just in the right place at the right time and was able to have a lot of fun because of that. I hope this gives insight into my mindset a little bit, but if not, I'm sure what will. I'm sure I'll talk about it just for clarity's sake, but I want to avoid causing more drama. Please do not send any hate to the mod team or anyone involved in the situation. I don't want more drama at all. You're no supporter of mine if you do. Dream. This is good. This is a nice wholesome ending actually. I like this ending. Dream admits, he explains everything. He talks about the entire thing he felt, what he thought, how he was doing things, why he was doing it wrong, etc, etc, etc. There's a lot to go through here. If you guys want to read this yourself, because I don't know how long this link will stay up, because it's on Wayback Machine. This might just get deleted, because his original one did get deleted, but I have a copy, so I'll link my Twitter down below, specifically the tweet where I'm going to screenshot all of this and put it on my Twitter so you can read it there. And I'm also going to link this, but in case this link gets deleted in the future, you always have the Twitter. But yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.